Guys, this is Andy, BC Builds here. First off, showing you the new car, 2015 Kia Sorento GDI. It's a nice car. I like it. Anyways, I got a question the other day. Someone asked me why I use Ringmaster springs opposed to other spring brands. Two basic reasons. Number one, all the springs are clearly labeled. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. They say Ringmaster irons, and they tell you what gauge they are. They don't tell you how long, but that's just, you can tell when one's long, one's short, just by looking at it. I use them because they're clearly labeled. That's number one. And number two, they're less expensive than the other two brands that I know label their springs. Worldwide Tattoo labels their springs, and Icon. And Ringmaster is less expensive, and the quality is just as good, as, if not better. They're comparable to Icon springs. Worldwide Tattoo springs are, I don't know, I'm not a big fan of them. But anyways, I can get a lot of like 45 of these for, I think it was like 20 bucks or something, which is expensive for just pieces of steel, but compared to Icon, which is like 45, and I think Worldwide Tattoo is somewhere around like 36 for the same amount. And that's why I use Ringmaster springs. I also use Ringmaster other parts just because the coils, and pretty much the only other parts that I really use from Ringmaster, the coils are extremely powerful and they're low cost. Comparable, probably, I feel they're better than Icon coils by far. The Crown Standards don't really have a big T-top on them. The tops wear off over time. They have such a thin top, you wear down. I actually have a pair that are worn down to the point where it's hitting the coil washer, just because the T-tops on the Icons, which I don't even think are T-tops, I don't remember, well, they're smaller T-tops, they're just so thin, they're low profile. And, you get a good couple of years out of it before it wears down, or a year or so, depending on how much you use it. But after time, it's going to wear down so much, you're running right into the washer. My Crown Standards, they're worn down so much that it's literally tearing apart the coil washer at the top. There's a big square line in it coming in from it hitting. But anyways, Ringmaster are probably the most powerful coils I've ever used. Per size. They're made in America, pure copper, come in any kind of, variety you could think of. That's why I use Ringmaster. I haven't been buying too much of the coils lately because I've been wrapping my own, or I found out I got into contact with Luo Shai, the guy who makes these, Luo's tattoo machines, which is a Chinese brand, but these are low carbon steel cores. T-tops with real Essex wire. These are 1-inch 10-wrap coils, and these are more powerful than, almost any coils I have that are bigger. And I got in contact with him, and I just ordered about 30 pairs of these for, I think it was like $5 a pop. The capacitors are good. Everything about these coils is awesome, except for they're a little short. But you could just use shims or whatever else, or yokes if you want, and make the frame a little more ferrous. Another thing people talk about ferrous is this ferrous. Ferrous basically means iron. Iron is ferrous. So when people talk about ferrous materials is iron, iron isn't, someone told me iron isn't ferrous. Yes it is. That's why most tattoo machines are made out of ferrous, and ferrous means iron. It's derived from iron. And the reason why steel is ferrous is because steel is derived from iron and carbon. So whoever's spouting that shit, I think on my Twitter or whatever it is, you're an idiot, buddy. Do your fucking homework first. That's it, guys. I'm out. Off today, thank God. No kid. Gonna go relax and make some videos.